In this video, I'm going to show you how the universe cannot actually give you what you want if certain energies aren't activated. I'm going to show you the 3 energies, how to completely change it around to finally start receiving the blessings and the good that could come into your life. Now, the first one I want to share with you is a representation of the universe and how it reflects back to us what we believe to be true. So the funny thing and the interesting thing, and we're going to take this a step deeper as well, because the way we see reality and the way we believe the universe is in many times in direct proportion to what we believe about either our parents or God. Now, interestingly enough, a lot of times when we're growing up, the way we view our parents is in a form of we really put them on a pedestal, and we in some ways glorify who they are as kids when we're toddlers. Now, what happens when it comes to us growing up is we have certain experiences growing up, maybe childhood trauma, and certain beliefs that are wired in, maybe from just hand-me-downs from our parents, where we then believe that either the universe is a hostile place, the universe is not an abundant place, there's a lot of scarcity, and other beliefs that have us create a box where the universe isn't abundant, or the universe doesn't give us that which we so desire. Now, the thing to become aware with this though is our beliefs are constantly being reflected back to us. So it's very important to become aware of what we believe to be true about ourselves and what we believe to be true about the universe. Because if we believe that the universe, there's scarcity, there's no abundance, we believe we're not worthy of love, we're not worthy of money, we're not worthy of these things, then we will stay inside our little box, because the universe is like a mirror. It's simply reflecting back to us that which we believe to be true. I remember when I started my spiritual awakening in 2012, I had this belief that people just don't get me, people don't understand me. I felt like a lone wolf. And I can so clearly see now that literally I would go out into the world and I would just get more and more representations of people not getting me. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I've also at certain times in my life had the belief from the ex-stepmom stuff from 7 to 16 years old that women just try to control me. And from that, I would either attract girlfriends or managers or women into my life that were trying to control me, because that's how I related to the feminine, what we could call the feminine, from 7 to 16 years old. So it's just literally a direct reflection of a self-fulfilling prophecy of what I believe to be true. Now realize this, I learned this from Bashar. The universe and reality in general, there is only abundance. There's only abundance. If we believe in scarcity and lack, what we are getting is an abundance of scarcity and lack because we believe in it. It's an interesting perspective, but it really helps us look at what are the stories and the beliefs that are keeping us in scarcity. Because scarcity itself, there's an abundance of. So if whatever we focus on, whatever we believe we are worthy of, we are projecting out, then we will experience an abundance of that. So that's something to become aware of. I had to become aware of that. I remember working that 9-to-5 job selling women's shoes, and if I went into work like scarcity, that I had to compete with my other coworkers in order to make money, then that was my reality. And I would literally feel like, oh, they just got a customer, they took away from my paycheck because I could have had that customer. That was scarcity. But if I went in and I was grateful that somebody else was having a good day because that didn't affect the kind of money I was able to make, then it was very different. It was literally just a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the universe would reflect back to me more abundance the more I chose the abundant state. The more I looked at that. So the first one with this is realizing that abundance is everywhere. The universe wants to give you what you want, but it needs you to align with it and to allow it. To let go of the limiting beliefs that are keeping scarcity alive, and to let go of the belief that the universe is in abundance. Now, a couple minutes ago, I was talking about how, in a way, our beliefs about God and our beliefs about our parents affect how we're able to receive from the universe. And in a way, think about it. If you had parents that were very frugal, you may have adopted some of those beliefs. So I got to hold on to what I have. It's just like a belief, hand-me-down belief. Maybe if your parents were very criticizing, and maybe they were very strict with you, you may believe that in order for you to be loved, you have to be a certain way. Maybe you're somewhat of a perfectionist. You have to be a certain way in order to receive love. So it's hard for you to be abundant, or hard for the universe to give you what you want because you don't think you're worthy of it. You don't think you deserve it. So 90% of all transformation is just becoming aware of these limiting beliefs and then choosing to let them go. Once you become aware of them as beliefs, you can then say, oh, this isn't the way reality is. This is what I believe. You then separate identity from belief. And then you're able to see that this is a story that maybe doesn't serve me anymore. And as we become aware of that, it changes everything. Now, the second thing the universe can give you and how it can actually give you more is something that I learned once I started following my purpose and being in my passion. And I started making videos. And I realized, and this goes even back to selling women's shoes, because if I went into work and my goal was like getting something from someone else, like getting their money into my paycheck and then giving them a shoe, then that was an energy that was very constrictive, because it was more so focused on the outcome, and it wasn't aligned to what was beneficial for all. So if I went into work and I wanted to add value to people, I wanted to connect with people and have fun, very different energy. And the same way, when I started making videos, I had this intention to add value out into the world. I had this intention to make content that could help people. And in the way, because our reality, we are all connected, we're all one consciousness, what we do that is best for the all gives us a different level of energy access. I heard this at Tony Robbins' conference as well. He was talking about how, if you're just thinking about for you, how much power is available to you. But then if you have kids and a family and you're doing it for them, you have even more power and ability to channel that energy. He didn't use the words channel, but that's kind of an idea. And then imagine you do it for the community. Then you have a different energy, because you're standing for a mission. You're standing for more than just you and your family. You're standing for a community. And then imagine, beyond your community, imagine you do it for all of humanity. And in a way, I think the way Tony Robbins has gotten as much impact as he has is because that's what drives him. And in the same way, when I started trying to add value, intending to add value onto the world, it was like the universe came and flew through in a different way. It was like people would say, how do you have all these video ideas? And it was literally like, well, because I stepped into this part of myself, it's like the ideas just came. Because when we're willing to put ourselves as a vessel of a higher power, of a higher energy, it can flow through in a very unique way. So doing what is the best for all has been a game changer in my life. And the one other piece of advice I'll give that I've had to learn, and is like a balancing act for me, is learning how to do this in the most integrity way. Because I've seen this happen with many people, that do kind of what I do for a living, or other people in different niches. But when you start doing things for the whole and you start impacting people in that way, it comes with great responsibility. And if people start to believe it's their own ego that's doing it, look at me, look at how many subscribers I have, look how cool and special I am, and then sometimes people abuse that power and use it to manipulate people, their followers, or whatever. When people do that, the universe will slap them very hard on our hands and say, no, that's not okay, because it's out of integrity. So one of the things with this is, when you're stepping into that role, you really have to remain a pure channel to the energy and not get too hung up, and you have to remain humble, because otherwise you'll think, I'm so amazing, look at all these things I did, but you have to be very pure with it. And that's what I've had to learn how to do. Now, the third thing and the third way the universe will give you what you want, and for a long time I felt blocked with this because I was reading all the books, I was listening to the YouTube videos, I was doing what Abraham Hicks said, which is think the better thoughts and all of that, but I still felt blocked. And that's because the universe wants you to know this one thing that will change everything for you. There's a difference between thinking it and being it. And for a long time, I'll tell you what, I thought about being a YouTuber. I thought about making videos. I thought about how bad I wanted out of my 9-to-5 job. I thought about how slow it was at work. I thought about all these things. And I thought about how I had this white hot burning desire that I want to live in a reality where I do what I love and I help people and I make videos. But nothing actually happened until I started being it, until I chose to embody it, until I chose to commit to that reality. And the universe wants you to know that a big component of reality is action. The action that we take is a way of embodying the energy of what we desire or what we want. And when we embody that energy, then the universe has different ways of bringing opportunities through to us. But the universe cannot bring things to us if we remain in our heads and remain thinking about it. I think many of us, we may have forgotten, or maybe we came from higher dimensional states of consciousness where all you had to do is think it and it just appeared. And everything was in the thought realms. And then we come to this 3D physical planet where there's thought and emotion and action, and we're like, wait, there's something missing. Why isn't things happening? Normally I just think it. Normally I just think it. Come on. Woo, brrr, machine gun thought form manifestations. Brrr, and it doesn't come, and we're like, what's going on? It's not like in 5D like I remember. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go up and ascend. But that's not the key. The key is to actually embody it here. And when you do it more and more, I'll tell you as well, you will enjoy it. You will love the action of it. Making this video right now for me, I'm having fun. And it's enjoyable. And it's because I'm embodying that energy. So don't focus on thinking it and even just feeling it, but be it. I took the identity of being a full-time YouTuber. I just decided this is who I am now. And then recently I did my first ever live event. I just decided this is who I am now. And I started to be this, this version of me that does live public speaking. I did a 3-day seminar. And it was very powerful, and I had a lot of fun, and it was because of that energy. Another thing the universe wants you to know too, a little extra, as I look at said 1, 2, 3, 4, as on the timing, is to enjoy the process, let go of the outcome, and have fun. Because if we're doing everything and it's a means to an end, it's like, I'm going to do this as long as I get this. I'm going to do this in order to get, I'm going to do this thing in order to attract love. I'm going to do this thing in order to attract money. But what we end up doing is we end up creating for ourselves a reality where it's like we're trying to manipulate reality instead of just be with it. And also, things become very serious. And when it's serious, it's heavy. And there's a lot of resistance that's impacted in it. But everything changes when we begin to change that energy and we begin to have more fun. Now, something that will really help you to allow the universe to give you that which you want is to really embody your purpose with confidence. Confidence literally means to trust. And the more we trust ourselves, the more that the universe can then allow it to reflect back to us that which we trust. So it's about trusting ourselves and trust the universe. Now, there's something new coming up on July 1st to the 21st. It's called the 21-Day Confidence Love Challenge. This is for feeling self-confidence and self-love and learning to attract love by removing emotional unavailability, taking down the masculine or feminine shield, how to feel safe in your own frame, how to release codependent patterns. I wanted to read you this from a past challenge just to give you an idea of the kind of transformation to expect. This is from the Magnetic Love Challenge that we did last year. This is from Tia. She said, the 21-Day Magnetic Love Challenge was amazing. Thank you so much, Aaron. Helped me to heal my past wounds, to replace old beliefs and stories with new ones, to learn self-love, that I have love and safety within me, taught me to be vulnerable and authentic and how to actively choose who I want to be and what stories I tell myself, and pushed to consciously take action towards the new identity shift and maintain it. Feel so light, happy, and in love with light. So grateful. Highly recommend. So if you want to join the 21-Day Confidence Love Challenge, now is the best time to join to get lifetime access to all the videos. Even if you can't make it to the live sessions, there will be replays. This is a 21-day process. What makes it different from YouTube is that this isn't just passive videos you watch. There's a group accountability action to it. There's live coaching, live Zoom calls, and this is something that is just always very powerful whenever we do these challenges. So if you want to join, go to www.confidencelovechallenge.com, click the link at the top of the description box, and if you want a video that will help you to really trust the universe more, check this video out. It will help you so much. The energy of control creates resistance, and many people that have controlling tendencies end up not only resisting them actually manifesting what they want, but also they end up repelling either love, they repel abundance, they repel new opportunities.